All right, what's going on, guys? I have a few messages in the video today. Whew, just be ready, because we're about to get into some things it's not even that I've been holding on to. It's more so I've just been pondering on them, and it's completely normal to feel like you could be judging people, but it's not judging if you're just trying to clarify on a few things. Like you're sharing understanding, sharing perspectives. I'm not trying to judge anybody and make anyone feel like you are doing anything wrong. Only you can do that. I can say something that you don't agree with, and that's completely okay. Completely okay. We don't have to be on the same page. We don't have to be on the same page. We do have to love each other through it all. Always. Like, I love you guys. I mean, I'm not saying that y'all don't love me or y'all don't agree with the things I have to say and just hate me. Like, but just know I love you. And we're here to love each other and just understand each other and hear our each other's perspectives. We're here to live in unity. All right, first point is this says observation isn't ownership. Just because you notice brokenness around you, teeth loss, accidents, pain, it doesn't mean it's yours to inherit. Compassion can open your eyes, but it doesn't write your future. Things that happen to other people doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna happen to you. Like, even if they run in the family, it's more likely for you thinking that it happens and it happens. Like, you full on believing that it's going to happen and then it happens. That's more likely than you just being like, okay, well, my life is not their life. You can just say that, and because it's true. You aren't living the same life as anyone on this earth. We are all going through completely different experiences. I can't even say completely, because they could be compared to certain things, of course. Because I had the same experience with a lady I talked to earlier this week. I think it might have been yesterday, and we talked about how, like, our mothers have arthritis, like, but she said rheumatoid. And I didn't even get a location for her mom's arthritis. But we both have that same, like, oh, okay, well, our parents are going through things, but they're still fighting every single day. They're still going to work. That was the connection. It didn't have to be the same exact battle to be like, oh, well, okay, there's some type of understanding here. All right. 2, God doesn't recycle pain to teach everyone else the same lesson. Everyone the same lesson. So, did I say Kevin? Well, someone missing teeth, or someone gets in someone else's crash doesn't mean that God's preparing you for the same hardship. Your lessons may come through peace, wisdom, or discipline, but not destruction. So, if someone tells you something that happened in their life, maybe you heard that story and that experience just because you need to learn from them. Let me turn this air down real quick. You heard that experience for a reason. You didn't just hear that experience to just hear it and judge it and be like, oh, gossip about it and stuff like that. You heard that experience to learn from it. Everything happens for a reason. Every single thing happens for a reason, good or bad. Technically, nothing is really good or bad. Everything happens for your good. God doesn't let bad things happen and it not benefit you in the end. All right. 3, protection doesn't always look like absence of trouble, but it does look like divine redirection. Things you fear often don't happen because you're walking with God. Fear whispers, what if? But faith speaks, even if. I understand that one. It's more so like, okay, well, if this car were to break right now, even if he were to break, I would be prepared for it. I'm braking too. We ain't gonna be the only one braking. We all stopping. All of us. I'm putting on the hazards if he stopped that hard. Put the hazards on. Everybody know behind you that we're stopping for real. Okay? I lost my voice singing a lot just a minute ago. Not even really a minute ago. This was probably about, I want to say like an hour ago. I've been driving. So, 4, you are not being punished for being empathetic. It's okay to feel heavy when others are hurting, but that heaviness isn't a prophecy. It's just proof that you have a heart that listens. Don't mistake burden for judgment. That one's a little bit interesting, actually. Oh. Hold on. Patience. I know we got a little bit of, it's not even a little bit. We have, okay, so I had this, this is completely off topic, kind of. But I was talking to one of my coworkers today. I was talking to a lot of them. And he had brought something up, and like my brain went straight to like understanding how we're so different. He was explaining to me that back in the day, you know how shows used to come on, you know, every week, like you get a new episode every single week. That's delayed gratification. Now we have those same shows. There are shows like that, like High Potential, Dr. Odyssey. There are shows like that. I don't know the last one. 911. I've been watching. I had to rewatch it. I haven't seen the new season. I already heard what happened. I heard what happened. I read what happened, actually. I don't know what I was looking it up for. I wasn't trying to know exactly who died, but I looked it up and found out exactly who died. It's okay though. It's alright. I also saw a snippet of the new season, the new episode, but I'm not gonna watch it. Me and my mom are watching something else. But regardless, yeah, I was talking, I ended up bringing it up to another coworker and explaining it to him because I didn't have really enough time to like get on my phone and talk to ChatGPT. I don't know if you already knew, I definitely talk to ChatGPT. It's definitely a good source, 100%. It's because it's just going to give you real answers. It's not going to beat around the bush or anything. It's going to be straightforward, which you can explain everything to ChatGPT, and it'll tell you the solution, essentially, or it won't give you the exact solution. Of course, you define what the solution is, of course. It will give you a suggestion. It'll be like, okay, well, you know, maybe this is a different way you should look at it, or this is a different way that you should try to perceive it. That's the same thing. Regardless, it'll teach you something. It'll build your self-awareness. I feel like that is something that we should be doing. We should be trying to build our self-awareness, because how are you going to continue walking through life not fully understanding your footprint on earth? Like your next step, not fully understanding your next step. That was weird. People, you know, on the road. But having self-awareness not only makes you understand like your next steps, and understands what your actions really do, how heavy your actions actually are, but they also help you understand who you are. It helps you understand that you aren't just anybody. You aren't. You are no one else but yourself, and that's fantastic. Who else would you want to be other than yourself? Yeah, you've been through these things, but you're still here. You are still striving. You are still going up. You are still waking up every day. No, you know how many people that didn't wake up today? Really think about it. You know how many people didn't wake up? You know, your family member did not wake up one day. So why are you using that as fuel to fuel bad things? Like, not bad things as in drugs, like, or heavy drinking every single day. Like, why are you allowing that to be fuel to something that is not bringing you something that you want? You are allowing it to be fuel for negativity instead of positivity. You are bringing yourself negativity when you truly want positivity. Just switch it. Not even just switch it, not do any drugs at all. Just detox. Like, get off of it for at least a month and see the differences. Start journaling. Write down how you're feeling to not do these things. Because the only reason why you're numbing it is because you don't want to feel it. You're numbing it because you don't want to feel it. And that makes you disassociate from... Dissociate? I don't care. It makes you become distant with a lot of other things, not just that one thing. That was one thing I definitely learned from smoking weed for so long. I learned that I wanted to forget certain things. I wanted to forget certain things, but I ended up forgetting everything. Everything around that time. Like, it didn't help anything because I don't remember certain things, and I feel like I should, but at the same time, I don't remember them for a reason. And some people can consume cannabis and remember things. So I'm not saying that me personally, I just feel like I don't promote weed anymore, because you may be trying to forget one thing, but you really just only want to not think about what you don't want to think about. That's the only, or you use it to relax. You can use it to relax, or you can just shift your focus and not giving a substance power, but give yourself the power over that substance, or give God the power over that substance. God lives within all of us. Now, I know that there are sources that say if you ignore the voice of the Lord for so long that he will stop talking to you. But I don't see it that way. I see it as, if you ignore it so long, if you ignore the voice of the Lord for so long, you just stop seeking the voice of the Lord. It's not that he's going to stop talking to you. You still hear it. You just don't listen to it. You are choosing not to listen to it. You're just choosing to do the opposite. You're choosing what you want to do and not what he wants you to do, because we're on his schedule. That's why things don't always work out the way you want them to work out, because we're not on your schedule. We're not on my schedule. We're not on anybody's schedule but God's schedule. We're on his timing. So if anything were to happen to you, or if anything is supposed to happen to you, it's going to be on his timing. Just sit with the realness. Why are we keep trying to be fake? We want to hear lies 100%. And I do not speak lies. I don't want to speak lies. I don't want to. So I don't. So the things I tell people are honest, come straight from my heart. If you choose to not understand that or not believe it, that is on you. Because I know me. I know myself. I know what I've been through. I understand what I've been through. I understand exactly why I've been through it. And even if I haven't, I'm going to find out. I'm going to keep trying to find out. I'm going to keep going through the same experiences in my head to figure out why I went through it. Because it's a lesson in everything. Next point. You are covered. Period. ChatGPT wrote these, by the way. I talked to ChatGPT before this, so I could, understand everything that I've been discerning and just trying to understand. And I was like, since it's ChatGPT will literally do everything for you. Everything that you ask, it'll do. So if you want something, freaking ask ChatGPT. Not be like, oh, I want a car. It'll help you figure out how to save the money for the car, but it's not gonna buy you a car. So you gotta figure that part out. It's like, it's a helper. It's not your genie. Jeez, and I don't even think it really did make the bulletins that I wanted, but at the same time, these are the bulletins that came up on the phone. So it is relating to what I said, and even though it doesn't say exactly what I wanted to say, I'm still giving y'all the pinpoints that I wanted to hit there. So you are covered, period. The enemy loves to plant anxiety in moments of stillness, on a drive home, in reflection. But remember this: God doesn't work in anxiety. He works in assurance. And this kind of piggybacks off of what I said last week when it came to fear not being from the Lord. Why would God tell us to have faith over fear? I don't think that's a verse. But regardless, why would that be a thing if it weren't to be true? Why would it be a thing if it weren't true? Sorry, people were tailgating like literally telling somebody on a two-way road. That makes sense. Regardless, that anxiety that you feel, it could be your discernment. Like we're putting on like it being fear. It could just be your discernment working. Like there are times where I want to say things. I'll be like, maybe I should like let them know. But no. It's not that I'm scared. I had to figure that out. I'm over here like, maybe I'm like really like anxious right now. Maybe I just don't want to tell them, or like maybe I'm scared of what they're going to say. It's never been that. It's more so maybe they're not ready to hear it. Maybe it's something that I'm not supposed to teach them, but somebody else is supposed to. That's why I'm not upset about the amount of people who actually listen to these videos. Why would I be upset? It is your choice. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It is your choice to listen to this video. To the entire video at that. It is you have free will. God gave us free will. So we can do whatever we want, essentially. But if you want to be Christ-like, if you want to walk in his gaze, that's going to be your choice, clearly. I had a conversation with my coworker the other day. It wasn't even a conversation. This is with Kenny. I'm gonna add Kenny because Kenny is that guy for real. But regardless, he said, yeah, I really like your license plate. I don't care. My license plate says Chosen One. It was like I really like that license plate, like Chosen One. I'm over like, yeah, you can choose to be chosen. It's not that you can choose to be God's chosen one. It's more so you choose the steps that you take. So when I say you can choose to be the chosen one, you have a choice. You have a choice to want to be like Christ. You have a choice to read the Bible. I read the verse of the day, of course. I read the verse of the day for sure, just to figure out like people who put the verse up there, regardless, they might be. Again, God lives within us. So if they're being led to put that verse up there, that's meant to be. And honestly, majority of the time, those verses hit. Even I slip. Of course, nobody's freaking perfect. I slip sometimes, and the verse will be there. Like, God is not done with you yet. Like, there'll be verses speaking to me, and I'm over like, what the heck? But then there are days where the verse don't hit, and I'm just like, okay, I understand that. Like the one today, it was like, wash your people's feet. Wash, like God washes your feet. Jesus washes your feet. You gotta wash other people's feet. I'm like, I already do that essentially. Like what God does for you, you do to others. You treat those as you wish to be treated, meaning that if God is giving you blessings and you're just holding on to it, being greedy and not helping other people, I'm not saying it's gonna just dry up, but at the same time, there may be less clarity. There may be less discernment, not even less wisdom, but more so just more ego. Like, you're not going to attract the people that you're supposed to attract. You're going to attract the people that you want to attract. You're choosing. You have a choice. You have free will. Oh yeah, I was driving and I did think about the stories that I heard at work today, and it was just like those guys have like lost their teeth doing gosh forsaken knows what. Well, they did tell me. I didn't really understand what happened. I know that Mike said that he was in a small place and he was trying to drill it, and like the core drill jumped at his face and like knocked everything out. And his tooth was hanging out. He's pulled it out. I'm like, You are a bold man. You got it. I don't mean there's probably nothing that we do really. I don't know, unless you have to pay type John. But I don't know. I feel like that's where discernment comes in. Your judgment comes in. Like, you don't want to put yourself at risk if you don't feel safe doing it. I don't know. I'm not even saying that there are things that I do that seem dangerous, but seem dangerous to other people, but not to me. Like, if I'm doing something, just know that it's somewhat safe. I did fall today, but it was more so like I had put something. Why did I put it on my feet? I have no idea why I put that thing on my feet at all. I'll go back to the moment at some point, but I had like put like a cage looking thing on my feet, and when I went to step back, it got caught on my steel toe thing. Like, it got caught on it and it pulled me down. So I fell, but I landed on my feet. Essentially did a push-up. I was like, all right, well, that was that. And then I started thinking about the action and what I was thinking and what I was doing at the time, because things happen for a reason. These things are repetitive. There are a lot of things that are repetitive. There was something earlier. Things happen again. Yes, I was talking to the same lady at the food truck, Abby. Mad cool. I don't know what the food truck's name is, but if I find out, I'll let you know, because they like that for real. Food always slapping. Always. I'd say that they're the most popular food truck in that area, just because their food is clean and legit. So I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I'm just being honest. It is kind of the most affordable and popular food truck there. But regardless, I was talking to her about how my aunt's cancer came back for the 4th time, and I was like, things happen over and over again to teach you something. Like, maybe you're doing something wrong. Like, you'll be tempted with the same things, as a test from God. As a test that God's just trying to test your faith. Promise to you. It's happened multiple times. I slipped so many times. Again and again and again and again. I'm over here like, bro, what is happening right now? But I was thinking about my wants and the things that would make me comfortable, but it wouldn't really make me comfortable in my heart. It would truly make me feel terrible. And the last time I did slip, I don't remember anything of it. And I'm over here like, best believe I was trying to figure that out the entire day. I'd say just one day. Then I ended up writing it in my journal because it was so odd. I remember going up on the thing, looking at it, but I woke up. I have no idea what happened. I know that I definitely saw something, downloaded something, because I had to pay Apple to download it, because I guess I don't know, my bill didn't go out as it was supposed to, so I had to do a lot of things just to pay it. Like, I had to transfer money from one account to, it was so much going on. I had to pay it to download it, and then I didn't have to pay for the app itself. I just had to pay a bill that I don't know what it was. Maybe it was stored. I have no idea what I paid, but I know that I paid something that was supposed to be paid. Regardless, the sky looks amazing right now. Regardless, I don't think you can see that at all. There you go. Gorgeous. I remember looking at it, and I just remember waking up. And then when I woke up, I remember not knowing how I went to sleep. I also remember not understanding how my phone was placed perfectly down exactly where it normally is. Everything is plugged in, charging, and I'm just like, what happened? I woke up, I got straight on my feet. I was at peace. I was good. I was feeling great. And I'm over like, I don't know what happened, but I know I quote unquote slipped. ChatGPT said I slipped just because I downloaded the app and looked at certain things. That's what ChatGPT said. I don't know. Whatever, ChatGPT has its own opinion as well. Everybody has their opinion. Even though it's not a body, it's still a mind in a way. Regardless, I slipped in a sense. Don't remember the slippage, and honestly, I don't want to remember it at this point. It's not that it's like a bad thing, but at the same time, if God grabbed that memory out of my mind and just was like, yeah, you be alright, you good, I'm fine with it. I am completely fine with that. Well, mind you, it's just blank. It's like a jump. I have no idea what happened there. So I'm completely fine with that. I know now the problem and why I kept going back to it and why I truly don't want to go back to it, because yes, you can choose grace, you can choose peace. It's all in your choices, but I'm okay with just living without doing anything that jeopardized my future family. Like, okay, so it had gotten to the point where I feel like it was delaying me. It's delaying my steps. Like, it's like a lesson that I keep choosing to go through. I'm choosing to keep going through this same exact test. I was choosing the test. That's what I said. I was choosing the test. And I was like, why would I go through the same exact thing when I know that it's not good? That I know that it's not of God, but I would still be doing it? It didn't make any sense, and it made me feel so wrong. It made me feel like a hypocrite. Truly. Sorry, I ate a hoagie earlier. Ah, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I had much to say. I would scroll up and look at some things, but it's okay. I try to find other lessons, but there's nothing else that I have on my heart, I want to say. Yeah, there's nothing else that I have on my heart for you guys right now, except for love. Alright, well, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Have a great day. Have a great year. Have a great month. I'll talk to you when God wants me to talk to you guys. Y'all can always reach out, of course. Everything will be in the description. And yeah, just have a great freaking day. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Why am I getting some type of like deja vu? I feel like I've said this before. Yeah, just happy Mother's Day. Y'all have a great one. Peace.